What up, YouTube? What up, boxing fans, man? I got a question for y'all. How big is Canelo Alvarez right now? Do you guys think he's the next Oscar De La Hoya? Will Canelo Alvarez turn out to be the next Oscar De La Hoya? Um, that's a interesting question. Canelo Alvarez, Oscar De La Hoya, they both have great left hooks. They both need to work on their right hand. Uh, I think he's got a good right hand. It still needs to be developed. Uh, they both have a good inside game. They're both action fighters, and they both get a lot of knockouts. Uh, and right now, they're both still extremely popular fighters. But do you think Canelo will be the next Oscar De La Hoya? Could he emerge into a multi-level champion? Right now, at this stage of his career, the answer is an emphatic no. He uh, even if you compare their records, they look very, very, very different. Uh, and it goes back to amateurs. Oscar De La Hoya was an outstanding amateur. He won the Olympic gold medal. Canelo Alvarez only had 20 amateur bouts, so his amateur career only consisted of 20 bouts. That's exactly why Canelo Alvarez now has 40 professional fights, and although he's undefeated, he hasn't fought anybody of great stature. He hasn't fought in the elite competition. He fought a washed-up Shane Mosley in his last fight. That was after whooping Kermit Cintron's ass, who was a contender at best. And then after that, he fought Alfonso Gomez, who who all we know of him was he's from the contender. But in other wins, he's also beaten Carlos Baldomir, a washed-up Carlos Baldomir at 154, and Lovemore Ndu again fighting at about 150. These are undersized welterweights, along with Matthew Hatton, who they've brought up to face Canelo Alvarez. And essentially, what's going on is similar to what Top Rank does with Julio Cesar Chavez uh, when he was, still a prospect. They were giving him bums because he didn't have a proper amateur career, so they were giving him a bunch of bums, and that in his professional career, just for him to get a little more seasoned, to get used to professional fighting, and then they slowly stepped up the opposition. Canelo Alvarez is going through this phase too. However, um, it's like he's so hyped up that everybody wants him to fight, um, a great fighter, and he even wants to fight great fighters like, like Miguel Cotto, like a Floyd Mayweather. But he's simply not ready to have that fight. That's why um, Golden Boy Promotions hasn't made that fight. They can make the fight if they want to, but they just don't believe Canelo can win. And there's no point in making that fight if they don't think Canelo has a real chance of winning, because that's their future star. They need him to win once he hits the big stage. And what's happening is they're babying him. They're starting to feed him lower weight division guys again. They were gonna feed him Victor Ortiz. He's really a 147 pounder. Instead of face a guy like Arislani Lara, instead of facing a guy like Vanes Mitrosian, instead of facing a guy like Austin Trout, who's in his division. They could have fought Cornelius Bundridge and called it a unification title match. And even then, I think Canelo Alvarez would have been a pretty big favorite over Bundridge. But they still are hesitant to make a fight like that. Why? Because they are not confident in Canelo. It's just that simple. And comparing to Oscar De La Hoya, by his 30th fight, he had faced pretty great opposition in Ike Quarte, Obakar. Uh, he fought David Kamau. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez. He fought Hector Camacho, and he fought Pernell Whitaker. And he fought Pernell Whitaker in his 24th professional fight. Someone of that class, Pernell Whitaker in your 24th professional fight, that's quite the accomplishment. Whereas Canelo Alvarez doesn't even have someone of the class of Pernell Whitaker on his resume, someone of the class of Ike Quartey on his resume, someone of the class of Obakar on his resume. He has fucking nobody on his record, man. Fight somebody in your division that is credible. Fight Arislandi Lara, man. Fight the fucking guys in your division, Canelo. Honestly. We need to see it. Because right now you ain't shit. You have 40 wins, and none of them are against shit, man. They're all against fucking washed up opponents that ain't shit. Canelo, you gotta fight somebody. Or else you're gonna be a laughing stock of boxing. This Lopez fight, it's a fucking mismatch. Canelo's gonna knock his ass out. That is what it is, man. Take care, guys.